This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. Today we are discussing what things are more important than SR. As you've probably noticed, I haven't spoken about SR a lot on my channel in the last few months, and it's not because I've stopped doing it. I'm actually on day 63 at this moment in time, and I'm fired up outside my brain. Like, life is fantastic, I've got energy, it's great, and you need to start doing it if you haven't started yet. However, it is crucial to know that there are some things that are more important than SR. And if you're making SR the alpha omega experience of life, you're missing out if you're not doing all of these other things as well. SR has the capacity to accentuate and powerfully alter your life in terms of improving all of these things that I'm about to mention, but also improving all other aspects of life. But before we go into that, let's talk about some things that are even more important than SR. And they're not necessarily in specific order, but you'll figure out as I mention them which ones are most important. I'd say sleep. 8 hours of sleep is so crucial, you have no idea. There's a lot of people who give out misinformation when it comes to sleep. That it depends on how fired up you are about life. If you're extremely fired up about life, you can do 4 hours of sleep a night. Very often, people who say that they sleep less than 4 hours, or 5 hours, or 6 hours, and they do this consistently over a long period of time, it does something to their brain. I personally believe that they over time develop brain damage, which is going to kill them sooner rather than later. And not only this, but it affects how you make decisions. It affects if you're in survival mode or if you're in growth mode. If you have fantastic sleep, it changes everything. Now, this sleep, having great sleep every single night, my opinion is 8 hours of sleep. Athletes sometimes sleep 10 hours, okay? I'm not saying that that's the right thing for you, but let's just understand that restitution is crucial. If you combine this with SR, your sleep is going to be amazing. You're going to fall asleep fast. You're going to wake up feeling fantastic. It's just, those two together are amazing. But sleep is way more important, okay, than SR. Having said that, another one is 80-hour work week. That's right. 80-hour work week is way more important than SR. But at the same time, if you don't do SR, you won't have the mindset of thinking big, and that's something that SR has the capacity of giving you, if you're not on SR. And if you don't think big, then why are you doing the 80-hour work week? You won't have a reason. You'll think that, if I start this, then I'll have to do this, and you're just lazy. You don't have energy, right? You need the life force in order for you to have the energy to actually do the 80 hours, so it becomes a catch-22. Like, you don't want to do the 80 hours, but that's because you're not on SR, and you're not managing to be on SR because you're not doing the 80 hours. Because if you did the 80 hours of work, you'd be too tired to actually not practice SR because you just fall asleep. Okay, at night when you come home, and then you wake up and then you gotta go to work again. There's no time to actually mess around and do stupid stuff. Okay, so 80-hour work week, in my opinion, is more important than SR, and this is one of the reasons why I've been discussing that on end on this channel. Another one is not watching Prawn. Okay, Prawn, obviously you know what it is. If you're like, which one's most important? Is it to practice SR, or is it to not watch Prawn? I would tell you to not watch that stuff. Because if you could eliminate one of them from your life, I'd say start with the Prawn first, okay? Like, a lot of people are like cold turkey on both, which is preferable if you can. That's the absolute best way to get rid of addiction altogether, completely, is to just make a decision and never touch it again, right? But obviously an addicted person is going to struggle with that, so sometimes you got to do a little bit at a time to build up to the cold turkey aspect. And then I would say, get rid of the Prawn first, and then eventually you'd get to the SR journey eventually. Another one is avoiding junk food and sugar. Like, you can't live a crappy life in terms of the diet aspect and eat all like McDonald's every day or do you get what I'm saying? If you eat junk food all of the time and you eat sugar or drink sugary drinks, whatever, all of the time, SR is not going to do anything for you, right? It's like you're trying to get life here, and if you're eating crappy, you're dying faster than you are living. Does that make sense? So combined, however, if you have extremely great nutrition, SR gives a fire punch to your energy like nobody's business. So together, amazing. But hey, if you have to choose, I get rid of the junk food first and the sugary stuff. Because it's not helping you and it's killing you faster than than anything else, really, together with lack of sleep. And I would say also 3 jobs and starting a business, but this one kind of goes under the 80-hour work week. The last one I'll mention now is exercise. Which one's most important? Should you exercise or should you practice SR? If you do exercise and you do SR, man, that is an amazing fire punch. Sometimes, like, I look at my body, and obviously, I'm not like looking amazingly the part as a masculine man as I should be, right? But that's going to be different in a few months' time. Let's see what happens. However, if I look at my body and I'm like, I look pretty good. Like in the mirror, like, in my shirt off, whatever, I look pretty good. The only reason why that's the case is because I'm on SR. Like, I don't do much. Sometimes I do push-ups, sometimes I do pull-ups here and there, but I don't do it a lot. But still, I look okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would probably look horrible if I didn't do SR. So, but if you combine it together with exercise, the gains are absolutely incredible. Okay, and you get way faster results than anyone else who doesn't practice SR, but they're just in the gym. As long as you know what you're doing at the gym, etc., etc. Obviously, giving that as a given. So, but that is kind of debatable. Which one would you rather give away? Well, I'd make sure that I do my push-ups, and if you can, have a pull-up bar at home. Like, do those things every day or every other day, so you get kind of like a mix. But SR, man, you combine those two, absolutely amazing. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. There are some things that are more important than SR. Don't make that the biggest thing in your life. Oh no, I relapsed. Oh no, I had a wet dream. Okay, you literally sound foolish when you make statements like that. Like, if people who comment, no offense, I mean, keep commenting, right? But to people who are like commenting in my comment section and they say like, oh no, like, I relapsed after 100 days and I feel horrible. Like, it's ridiculous. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give you one more, and this is probably the most important. You know one thing that's more important than SR? Your attitude. Okay? Being excited, being fired up, having a positive, absolutely amazing attitude on a continual basis is way more important than SR. But guess what? You combine that together with SR, oh my gosh, your attitude's going to be flippin' amazing. I'm excited for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.